I was downstairs seeing to our children, and she called me up there and saying she was bleeding. So I went up there, and there was just a massive pool of blood on the bed, and she said, "Quickly phone 999. Paramedic arrived, thank God, and she came upstairs and actually said, "Where's the newborn baby?" I said, "What baby? There's no baby being born." "Oh right, okay." So she automatically went through into the bedroom, and face was like that.
I quickly went to Claire, held her hand. She was white as a sheet, very pale, very clammy, very close to death in my eyes. I looked at her husband and said, "We need to move quickly."
So she just took it on herself to ring Singleton, saying that we were coming straight down there.
Based on my own personal experience, my gut instinct, I knew that this lady needed to get to Singleton as soon as possible if I had any chance of saving her life, let alone the baby's.
Joe, the paramedic, was here for about a good 15 minutes, seen to Claire upstairs. One of her colleagues brought in a stretcher chair.
I quickly rang control, who again my colleagues answered very quickly, and as they know me very, very well, could hear the panic and the concern in my voice, and I asked for immediate backup. We quickly got Claire on the ambulance. My colleague Neil, a CTL, arrived through the back doors of the ambulance, and he quickly came and helped and assisted. And then he said, "Right, Morriston are waiting for us," and there was a little argument between me and Neil saying, "No, we're going to Singleton." And he said, "No, it's Morriston for this," and I explained, "No, this lady is going to Singleton. That's where the experts are. This is where this lady needs to go. We're going to Singleton." Claire even then said, "Joe, please take me to Singleton."
I was talking to her, or she was talking to me all the way going through to Singleton Hospital, and I think I was most concerned about hurrying up to get there, and she made me feel very much at ease throughout that.
They were actually holding the doors open so the ambulance crew could wheel Claire quickly in there, and they took her in an obs room. They managed to, their first call was to feel for the baby's heartbeat.
We were absolutely gobsmacked that there was a baby's heartbeat, and with that minute there was the quick decision to take Claire down to theatre. So I stayed with her, holding her hand, and I pushed her down to theatre, and I left her in theatre with a kiss on the cheek saying, "I will stay with your husband, I will look after him. Now you just do your best to look after yourself." So I left Claire then with all the experts.
Joe, the paramedic, then stayed with me, and she was supporting me, reassuring me everything was going to be okay. And 20 minutes later, baby Reuben was born via cesarean.
Little baby Reuben was wheeled past us, and I swear he waved his hand at his dad as I congratulated Andrew on the birth of his son, and then he gave me a big hug and burst into tears. Well, we both burst into tears.
A few days later, when I was on the ward, Joe did actually come in and to see me to see how I was doing.
I made it my purpose to go and see her. As I came out of the elevator, I bumped into Andrew, who was absolutely overwhelmed to see me, gave me a big hug and took me down to see Claire. I walked into the room and Claire was beaming, and she said, "I remember you."
Later on, when I did get discharged home, she also came here with some chocolates and flowers and cards to see how we were all doing after our ordeal. And I visited again then when Reuben came home and had a cuddle with him as well, which I think was very nice for her to be able to see him as well home like she had done with me, after all the help that she gave to both of us on that night with her team as well.
And it was lovely to hear that the consultant had said to Claire that it was thanks to the paramedic for getting her safely that they managed to save her life. It's absolutely amazing that such teamwork between myself, my colleague, the ambulance service, and all the medical staff, all the consultants, the midwives, the paediatricians that have saved the lives of two people who really shouldn't be here. Claire and Andrew and Reuben deserve such special praise for getting through this as well, and I'm very privileged to be a part of this.
I take my hat off to Joe and the crew. If it wasn't for her, I would have lost my wife and my little son.